All right. Look, fugly as hell right now. But yeah, guys, back on my bullshit somewhat. I will get back into my bullshit really soon. Just talking about certain topics, but I'll be respecting people's wishes. So, um, this one gonna be called church. Church. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm just a 25-year-old. I'm not the brightest of the bunch, but I'm very aware of what people do and why they do things. So, if I offend anyone or if you disagree, feel free, comment, text me, whatever, right? But this is my thoughts on church. I don't even know where to start because I think it's a good thing. I think people need it, but also, I don't like the fucking angle of this shit. I don't look great. I gotta look great and a bit like, okay, but yeah, it's a good thing. Church is definitely a good thing, but I have a few issues with it. Um, First I'm gonna start off by saying like the problem, like the biggest problem, is that people think church is just what God is like, what the godliness is like, being a man or a woman of God. They think what people do in church is like everything that happens there should be accepted. And what people don't realize is that we're humans. We're not perfect. And a lot of people don't really learn the Bible for themselves. They just go to church and they be like, F it, like we gonna go to church because we don't want to take the time to actually learn this for ourselves, interpret it for ourselves, and try to live by it for ourselves. So a lot of people tend to go to church to kind of mask their sins, and I'm not saying that that's really a bad thing, because again, we're humans. We're gonna do wrong. Nobody's perfect, but it's like the sole purpose be to, okay, I'm gonna live like a sinner Monday through Saturday. I'm gonna do evil things. Then Sunday, I'm just gonna act. I'm gonna try to wash away all my sins, and that's not what godliness is. God is not gonna let you into heaven because you come to church every Sunday. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that. This is my interpretation, my thought process. I don't think God's gonna let. That's between you and God, though. I personally don't think God's gonna let you into heaven because you said, "Oh, I'm gonna live like a sinner. I'm gonna do all this dumb shit, but I'm gonna go to church Sunday and it's gonna wash away all my sins. Everything's forgiven, even though you live in like a you gluttony. You giving into gluttony, like you giving into different things, different sins, and it's like you're not even trying to fix it, because God, they say God. I somewhat know the Bible, but I don't know it scripture for scripture. I've never been the type to take notes, so I don't. If you ask me, hey, what does this say in this? I'm not gonna know. I've read it a few times. I've listened to it for a few times, but I'm not gonna say I've read it like through and through a few times. But I read it. I listened to it a few times through and out, and just picked up on some stuff. But um, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, like people don't take the time to, interpret it for themselves. They get a pastor to teach them, and the pastor's going, like, a lot of pastors these days, they say whatever because they know mostly it's a sad truth, but mostly it's a lot of women that go in there. There's a lot of women that go into church, and they gonna say whatever they gotta say, read whatever scripture they gotta read, and try to twist it in any way to keep women coming back. And then they like to say, "Oh, women are spiritual." No, no, you're not. Y'all just getting food, and you're easily food. Women are very. I'm sorry. It sounds sexist or whatever. I don't care. Women are very easily fooled. If you tell them something nice, you tell them what you think they want to hear. if you got it right, if you got it down packed on what they want to hear. A lot of people don't have it down packed on what they want to hear. If you tell them what they want to hear, you'll get what you want from them, for real, for real. And that's what a lot of pastors are like. Really, a lot of pastors. I'm not gonna say everyone, because I've heard some sermons where there's pastors like they'll just be like, you know what, we not standing for this, that, and the third, all this crap. We not standing for it. And that's me personally. I think that's a man of God. They're not going for the BS. They're not trying to be accepting of everyone. Oh yeah, you're gay. You're gay and this, that, and the third, but we'll accept you. We'll. And it's like, yeah, you can accept people, but you gotta make them understand that's the stuff you doing is not acceptable. Yeah, you out here, you got 12 baby mamas. No, yeah. You got 12 baby mamas and you ain't taking care of your children. That's not acceptable. You messing with this woman, that woman, and the third, but you not really helping out. You just fucking them and I'm a cuss. I'm sorry, but you just fucking them and you out. That's not godly. I personally feel like if you fucking with multiple women, I think that you definitely should have your money up to be able to provide the resources, but have each understand like what their role is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got your money up, and I gotta just say it. I gotta say it. A lot of girls, they'll be like, yeah, we don't want you to cheat. This, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell you some real ass shit. If you younger than me, or if you ain't got the experience that I do, women don't mind if you cheat. They just don't want to know about it. They don't want you messing with someone that they know. And as long as you taking care of stuff at home, they do not give a damn. They do not care. It sounds fucked up. They don't care. And truly, truth be told, I ain't gonna say they want their man to cheat, because again, they don't want to know about that shit. They just want that feeling of, damn, my dude could get other hoes if he really wanted to, but he's choosing me. He is choosing me. And people be like, oh, you have multiple women. You mess with multiple. It's not a sin. I'm gonna say that straight up. It's not a sin. If somebody could point that shit out in the Bible, I think they'd be like, oh, one man, one wife. There's a thing called concubines, and I'm not trying to get too deep into that. I'm just trying to put my thoughts about church. But again, I'm gonna get back on topic. If you messing with multiple women, you gotta do something. You gotta provide something. All that, oh, I'm gonna just fuck with multiple women. I ain't giving her shit. This, that, and the third. Nah, nigga, like, it's in the Bible where, nigga, you supposed to take care of shit. I'm not gonna get too much into that. But again, they know a lot of women are in church, and they say whatever they gotta say to keep that money flowing. Women, they run off of hope, and if you give that hope gospel to them every single time, they're gonna keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Look, they're gonna keep coming back, right? Live the same life out of church, not try to improve. Then they were like, damn, I need more church. I need more church. Oh, I'm gonna live the same life. I need more church. I need more church. Oh, I'm gonna live the same life. It's a never-ending cycle, and a lot of pastors, they kind of get that, so that's why they keep doing the same thing. They say in life, if something's working for you, you're gonna always do that shit. If something is working for you, you're gonna always do that. If you could be a manipulative ass motherfucker to one person, you're gonna try it on the next person and the next person and the next person. You're gonna do what works for you. And people gotta understand, yes, this is a pastor, but he's a human being. I don't believe in that woman pastor crap. I don't care. I don't. He is going to do what keeps the money coming in. And he knows that you're not going to take time for yourself to understand the Bible and what's really going on. So So He's gonna keep feeding you breadcrumbs and all that crap. Now, I'm gonna get off that topic. Now I'm gonna talk about the women, like some women specifically in the church. A lot of y'all, like, if you go to church for real, or just in life in general, um, y'all gotta watch out for these Jezebel spirits. Why's his name fucking meowing? Um, you gotta watch out for Jezebel spirits, and a lot of people can't recognize that shit. Like, why you think? I'm gonna get into the topic. All right, so why you think that pastors always end up having this issue of messing with um, I think it's called congregates or something. That's the word. Yeah, like he ends up messing with their congregates because there's a lot of Jezebel spirits in there mixed in with the fact that I feel like, me personally, I feel my opinion on what's said in the Bible and what's not said, aka a woman with a husband. What? No, adultery is a man sleeping with another man's wife. Not one time does it say a man sleeping with another woman. It says sleeping with another man's wife. But whatever. All right. Um. So mixed in the fact like where it's woman that's coming in there dressed like just like they going to the club, being seductive, this, that, and the third, right? And I'm gonna tell you why they do it, right? Because women like they lean towards knowledge. Like if you know some shit, or if you got your game tight on certain shit, they're gonna flock to you. And if you got status, they're gonna flock to you. If you know certain things on what they're trying to learn, which is the Bible, and whatever you want to teach them from the Bible, or you're putting your slick ad twist on the Bible, they're gonna flock to you. You know something, so it's like something, and I'm like, damn, he knows something. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? I'm like, bring your ass out, piss me off. Anyways, what the hell's your problem, man? Come here. You know something, so they wanna see if they could become the top girl. So pastors are human. I feel like it's a natural instinct for men to dominate other women. So shit happens. But where they get messed up is they teach these women like, oh, yeah, adultery is a man sleep with multiple women and this, that, and the third. So they get caught up instead of just being truthful and being like, nah, adultery is a man sleeping with another man's wife. That's adultery. So we're going to mix them teaching them that and then your natural desires, and it creates chaos. But back to the topic of that, what I was going to say, right? So there's a lot of Jezebel spirits in the church. They either come dressed like they go into the club, or they just move like you gotta peep how women move, bro. It could be like little looks they give you, little things they say, their facial like it's not facial structure, but their facial expressions when they say certain things. You gotta peep all the signs, bro. On some like on real, bro. I done been in some situations where I be like, I'll just be talking to a girl, and they'll say something, and then they'll like have a smirk on their face, and I'm like, nah, bro, you evil, you mad evil, and I could just deduce it from that. It'll be like something little she says, and I can just look at her like facial expression. I'll be like, oh man, you up to some evil shit, or you ain't right, or you a HOE. This that like, I'm gonna deduce what you are off of little things, and you gotta have that ability to be aware enough to be like, damn, I caught on to that. But a lot of dudes are not, or they'll just look right past it because of their desire to get some coochie. Me personally, I've been called easy. I've been called this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I am, but I'm not. There's been plenty of situations where I turned down some coochie. Like one time I was at this white girl house. She was acting a little off. I was like, nah, bro. Yeah. This is a long ass time ago. I was like, nah, nah, I'm good. You're cute, but I'm good. I'm not even. It's giving. I'm gonna have a case filed against me. You gotta watch out for that, boy. Oh my gosh, you got to watch out for that crap. You gotta watch out for these girls doing that crap, bro. Like, women love attention, so you gotta be like, you gotta peep certain signs and be like, nah, I'ma just wait or I'ma just dip. But back to the topic. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, you gotta peep. You gotta peep certain things, man. Um, just really, they say men don't listen. We really don't. You will figure out a lot of stuff if you just listen or you just pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings, what's going on around you. And you would move through life and be like, with a lot less like complications. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. My mind gone. But you will move through life with a lot less complications if you just pay attention to what's going on around you, bro. Pay attention to how these women move, for real, for real. But so yeah, there's a lot of Jezebel spirits moving within the church, trying to act holy, trying to act godly, and you just gotta peep the signs, right? What's another problem? It's probably those like the two main problems I got. I don't even know if I got. Oh, also it's a competition. A lot of they don't teach you nothing for the most part, or they teach you some BS. Sometimes they'll say some real stuff. Like I've been to certain churches or heard certain sermons, and they saying like some real stuff, like some real stuff, and they don't care. They don't stand on that, right? Jezebel spirits, dudes that's just in there trying to find something to fuck with. Bro, churches these days is just basically a club. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just saying it. It's just a club. The pastor is the DJ. You got the choir and the people on the instruments. That's the music. And they trying to make you feel some way. That's a good way to sum it up. And then it's people in there trying to mingle. Like, yeah, you should. I think a good place to meet a woman is a church, but y'all don't need to be trying to get into some nasty shit. Y'all don't even got like marriage on your mind when you trying to meet a woman in church. You just got like, oh yeah, she cute. I'm fuck with her ass. I don't think I really got to do too much editing on this video, so I'm probably gonna drop this like real quick. Probably drop this as soon as I'm done. But yeah, like, just be aware, bro. Be aware. Learn the Bible for yourself. If you do find a good church, stick to that church. But once you see they on some BS, or if you see once you see they on some BS, find another church. And church ain't to boost your ego. Church is to hurt you to the point where you're like, damn, I really gotta fix myself. And that's another part. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, where the pastors will tell the woman or whoever's in there what they want to hear. There's not a lot of times you're gonna go to church these days and you feel judged, because they be like, oh, don't judge. No, you're supposed to judge. You're definitely supposed to judge people, because if you don't judge people or you don't have discernment, you will let anyone into your life and you're gonna end up fucked up. So that's, if you have discernment, you're gonna judge someone. So all that no judging shit, that throw that shit out the fucking window. That's some bullshit that, churches be trying to push so more people can come. They don't feel judged, and they just keep coming to feel the feeling of, oh, I'm a clean person, I go to church. I'm gonna go to heaven, I go to church. I'm not trying to live right. I'm not trying to change my ways. I'm gonna go to heaven. I don't know what else to say to that. But yeah, I think that's it, man. I ain't got too much else to say. Uh, if you do find a good church, man, stick to it. I think church is a good thing, but what people gotta understand is that we're humans. People make mistakes. People say whatever, like, pleases their ego. You know, I think that's what I was talking about. Yeah, you're supposed to feel convicted. I don't. My mind be all over the place. Like, fucking gone. But yeah, if you do go to church, make sure it's a church that you feel judged. You feel not convicted. I think it's convicted. I forgot the word. I'm not good with my thoughts. That you feel judged. Like you feel like, damn, I need to change my life. If you go to church and you don't feel that way, you're not in the right church. I haven't been in years. I gotta start going. I gotta start trying to find one. Well, like I'm gonna go. If I feel bad once I go, and they ain't just trying to like make all the women feel good, because that's what a lot of churches do. Um, and if I feel like they talking crap on most of the people there, and they judging you, I might stay. I'm gonna find one. That's what I'm gonna do within like the next 2 or 3 months. I'm gonna find a good church to go to. For real, I gotta start going. But yeah, that's my thoughts on church. Pick up the Bible, learn it for yourself, or go to Bible study. And if they teaching you something, you're like, damn, like I didn't notice, and it's making sense to you. Stick to that church, man.